What is good, Cardano fam, ADA gang? We have lots of exciting updates to unpack today. Big price predictions for ADA, gaming news updates, and what about the Solana controversy? We'll talk about all of that and more. So hit the subscribe, hit the like. Big volume surge for ADA, $506 million 24-hour trade volume. And the Cardano SBO hard fork readiness is getting closer to that 70% threshold. 33% in, and I'm so excited, guys, for the treasury, for the burning of the Genesis keys. It's shaping up to be a massive alt season. Towards the end of the video, we'll look at Bitcoin dominance in detail and show you kind of some key figures to look at for predicting what's ahead for price. But let's talk about gaming. So Reflect, their first Reflect platform game, Chronos Shot, of course, coming to Epic Games, early access soon. We spoke about this a few weeks ago. Today, they're going to be doing a live stream on Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys want to learn more, you can check out the links in the description. And I'm just excited that they have products that are actually finished going live on meaningful platforms like Epic Games. Because typically, guys, gaming in Web3 has been memed. We see so many metaverses that are just cringe vanity and they can't even be played. They're not feasible. They're not viable. They're not even desirable. It's just a nothing burger. And I like this because it's reminiscent of like Overwatch, Mass Effect, Over the Shoulder. Now, it's not fair to compare it to like AAA games that have hundreds of millions or billions in development. But I would say like kudos to them. I commend them for launching something on a meaningful platform and also the culture. Definitely looking forward to seeing Charles and Nike in the game. So I'm really excited to get my hands on it. Let me know if you guys want to see some live react. I love PC gaming. I play Overwatch. I play League of Legends. So definitely excited to see, from my perspective, what the game is going to be like. Boots on the floor, UAE, Argentina, tons of conversations happening behind the scenes. What is going on? Cardano's Charles Hoskinson and UAE ambassador meets for economic integration hosted by Argentinian governor. That was the photo you just saw there. What's going on there? Well, the governor Rogelio met with UAE ambassador Saeed and Cardano founder Charles to strengthen economic ties. We know that the Cardano summit will be held in Dubai, October 23rd to 24th, inviting global leaders to discuss blockchain innovations. And ultimately, they're exploring bilateral cooperation focusing on financial, investment, and commercial development. So I'm really excited that stuff like this is happening, that Charles is very active. And this is such a bubbly photo, so heartfelt. An honor to be able to share with the great Charles at the graduation ceremony of the first cohort of the Smart Contracts course on Cardano. Very, very lovely. I mean, Cardano's built different. We have culture. Y'all saw that we dominated Gemini's poll with more votes than ETH, Sol, and XRP combined. So the community is strong. So on a checklist of like getting ready for bullish insanity, we're checking off everything. The rest is timing. Which one will make it to the finals? Nice poll. I feel like Cardano has owned this phrase of nice poll. Crazy. I mean, look at the engagement on that. Nice poll, 350 likes. It's just possible on Cardano. Where's the Bitcoin fan? I like Bitcoin. I got Bitcoin miners. I believe in Bitcoin, but like, wow. We'll revisit this. 17 hours left. Y'all know what to do. I link everything below if you guys want to drop a vote for there. A nice poll. Why Cardano is ready to 10x. So this is what I was talking about. I watched this entire video and Max does a good job talking about competitors, how Cardano is viewed as a professional chain, security, scalability, problems, pain points, narratives, but ultimately here's the TLDR. Max was saying that there's potential for 3x, 5x, 10x, potentially more, and that it's very early with Cardano right now. And ultimately, the blossoming from SNEC, Nike has put in so much culture and the positivity of a self-fulfilling legacy of people being very positive, very invitational, making it very inclusive. And also, with the birth of Nike and SNEC and many other projects, we have showcased to the world that Cardano is not just the safe and secure and professional and resilient and zero outage network, but it's also a place for hilarious ideas for a culture to innovate and blossom. So I think that Cardano, it can easily go past 10x. And so a brilliant title, Why Cardano is Ready to 10x. I think that's conservative, and I think it can do a lot more than that. But I think that Max does a good job. Now, one thing I would say with Max, he kept highlighting the importance of like positivity. Sometimes just sentiment is not enough to make the price go up. Sometimes cycles are cycles and narratives are the garnish for those cycles. So like you can't really make a bull run in the most like ultra bearish situations. So sometimes timing is key. Marketing is also about timing. So, but mostly like 99% I agree with Max. MinSwap. Now, reminder guys that app.minswap.org is now just MinSwap. I like that they omitted that, keeping it simple. Always stay vigilant. Remember that MinSwap will never ask you for your seed phrase. Their only official Twitter account is @MinSwapDex. Shout out to the Mintern. I like the Mintern's tweets. And in case you were sleeping under a rock, MinSwap V2 is ready. MinSwap V2 in short brings 10x more throughput, advanced order types, composability, and a lot more. And I gotta say, I love the branding of MinSwap. We didn't have like all these amazing platforms back in 2021. Smart contracts were just about to come out at the tail end of 2021. So to think that we can't even get close to ATH is kind of absurd in my opinion. Avatar Nick says Pigg.party is shaping up to be the fastest growing dApp on Cardano. Check it out. Yesterday it had over 1,000 users, thousands of transactions, nearly 300 meme coins created, over 500 ADA generated for Nike. It's crazy what Cardano can do now. Next week there are even more insane features launching. So excited guys. Pigg.party, very reminiscent of Pumped Out Fun. It's interesting to see the inspirations overlap from one network to another. The V2 launch successful. We'll be throwing a get together on Saturday. Will you create the next king of the hill? I'm very excited to see what Sneck does with Splash, but also the Rocket platform. So we have two other pumped up funds that are going to be coming out very soon. Cardano Yoda says currently Cardano is an Epoch 500. An Epoch lasts 5 days. This means that Cardano has been running for more than 2,500 days without network interruptions and restarts. Well, guys, without network interruptions and restarts, does this video look, does any of you guys watch this video? Because I watched this all 41 minutes and 27 seconds today. I have a lot to say for another video about Solana, and it's mostly not good things. But with that being said, I have Sol. We'll revisit that topic in more detail. But this is key. Like, what's the point in fast internet if there's always outages, right? Would you want to play League of Legends with like 1 gig down, 1 gig up, but you're always getting disconnected? Of course not. You'd rather have a slightly more balanced speed, because ultimately, like, what's the point in a fast car if it just like turns off in the middle of a highway, right? Chevrolet type beat. So I think that this all adds to the narrative of safe and secure and the classical conditioning of building a speculative project that has a symbiotic relationship with the rest. While others crash, Cardano stays resilient and just 1-2 Mayweather's the DDoS. And that's in its current shape. It is time to scale Cardano. ZK Scaling and Plutus V3 are setting Cardano up to become the fastest blockchain in existence. V3 increases efficiency by 6x and unlocks features like ZK Fold that will 100x Cardano's TPS without increasing the block size. Don't fade ADA, guys. I think it's foolish to fade ADA. And I'm loving these dips. Send it. Just sell. Just sell. Let me buy up these dips. I want to just scoop up these dips because we are in my buying window. Buying window for me, Black Friday special is like 24 cent to 39 cent. What have I been saying, guys? That we're going to have more jitter, we're going to have more downside, and lo and behold, that has been true. Let's take a moment to look at BTCD because we see we're kind of climbing up nearly 57%. And these two blue lines I drew, these two blue lines, one, Cardano ATH here, Cardano ATH here. Let's come back here. So these two ATH, this ATH and this ATH, these two that you see. Those are the two all-time highs. And both of these all-time highs, Bitcoin dominance 36%, Bitcoin dominance 39%. Do you notice the correlation? If there was one chart, I would say just glue yourself to that one chart, it would be Bitcoin dominance. It's hard with tech stocks and the lagging indicators and whatnot, but I think this is a very good chart you should keep in your arsenal. Now, about the Solana stuff, right? I have some Sol stake, nothing crazy, just chump change. If I had to bet, I would go with Cardano. Will Solana perform well this bull run? I think so, absolutely. But moving forward, I don't know. That's a question for another day. I highly recommend, guys, and I'm going to give you maybe a deeper commentary for another day, but highly recommend you guys check out this video. Please do. Whether you're a Solana investor or not, it's critical that you give this video a watch, a listen, to know a little bit more about the depth, because at the end of the day, you can't speed run network effect. You can't speed run certain stuff. Microsoft tried early days with Bing, it didn't work. Nowadays, Microsoft, their saving grace are gaming acquisitions, AI, and that kind of saved them with Copilot and what have you. Changing of the culture in the company. But guys, like, not everything is as it seems. Sometimes if something is too good to be true, you got to kind of peel the onion. And we saw in yesterday's video with the XRP clownery. So you got to peel the onion, look at the ulterior motives. And I would say that I highly recommend you guys check this out. I counted something like 12 to 20 different outages. And that's on Solana.com. You guys can check that out yourself. The TLDR of this is that this is trending a lot on Twitter. And this guy does a great deep dive into like the fake transactions, the lying, the deception, the this, the that. And I don't want to make this a video like slamming Solana. I think that there's a place for every project. However, unfortunately, many projects try to shortcut their way in, and they try to do some shenanigans or vanity or ultra botting like we've never seen before. And this is nothing new. It happens in many different industries. So here's the TLDR. Check out this video, do your research, look into it. I think that Solana will still perform well. ADA will do amazing. I think 10x from here, like Max said, is like a low figure. I think it can do 20x, 30x from here and higher. But when it comes to projects like this with Solana, even when they have outages, it makes us look better. Because DDoS attacks have taken down Solana. It has not taken down Cardano. So if I had to bet long term, I would go Cardano. If I had to bet just with like the months ahead, sure, Sol. Why not? And I also saw that a lot of tokens will be unlocking during the times that I predicted. Coincidence? I think not. There was a list of the tokens being, a majority of the tokens that are unlocking, and I can't find it right here, but they were those key months of January, February, March were like the biggest chunk. So everything is pointing to a very bullish momentum in the cold months ahead. So I think that with the price point, I think we might still go down. And I'm totally okay with that. I see it as a buying window. Always be a contrarian. Even as much as Solana will get slammed with FUD, it's good for ADA, you know? Bad news for other chains is good news for us. So there's always a way we can kind of still look at things in a positive limelight. And we have been showing that our community is real. It pisses off a lot of people, but the community is strong with its numbers. And at the end of the day, Bitcoin dominance. This is telling us that alt season is still loading, and I think there's still some more upside for Bitcoin dominance to climb higher. More pain in the alts, and then we'll have that capitulation where we just tumble like we did in last cycle, or how we had in the previous cycle. Both of which Bitcoin dominance speaks for itself. But let me know what you guys think. What is your prediction with Cardano? Can it 10x? Is that conservative to 10x from here? But also, any thoughts, brief thoughts about Solana? Like, especially with this controversy about like everything being lies and doomed to fail and botted and this and that. Like, the cascading effects are concerning. That's probably the only concern I have. When I think about FTX, when I think about Terra Luna, the cascading effects it has on the industry are catastrophic, to say the least. But we'll see what happens. You know, hopefully it's idealistic, but hopefully all these projects can blossom and rectify maybe some of those bad beginnings, if you will. But that's something that I've highlighted with Cardano, is that Cardano had good grassroots. Good grassroots, network effect, going in with the right intentions from day one has set us up to be a trusted platform in the eyes of the mainstream. So I think that even as much as Max criticized Cardano as being like very serious and it doesn't really resonate with the mainstream because they just want fast and fancy and nice looking, I think that with projects that do fail, projects that do have outages, all it does is bolster and galvanize our narrative. So good times ahead of us, guys. I think that Q1, Q2 of 2025 is going to be the key times for alt season. Let me know when you think it'll go up. You think it's going to be Q1, Q2, or is it going to be this year? I don't think this year. I think we'll see like Cardano come down to like potentially these levels before we start sending it in the colder months. But that's it, guys. A relatively quiet day for Cardano. Let me know your thoughts for price prediction and hit that subscribe, hit that like. I'll see you in the next Angry Crypto Show.